Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Happy Saturday. For all you moms out there, if any of you guys are watching this, any of you ladies, happy Mother's Day. We appreciate all of you and everything you've done for us. I'm sure the guys all feel the same way. Well, as you can see, we have made some progress. So the doors are primed and they look pretty damn good. So what we ended up doing here, guys, is we got them really close. And the intent was to use slick sand and prime them with slick sand, and that'd be the final prime. But anybody's ever done this, you start to, once you get enough material and colors and all kinds of things going on, you start to lose track of where you're at, right? And at some point you need to just prime it so you can see where you're at and kind of get a roadmap again. And so we had some shop line high build primer, quart of it. So we just went ahead and used it, and not a whole quart, but a lot of it. Put some really heavy coats on. We did, so you can see the outside of the door. We're getting close because these were pretty not great. And then the inside of the doors, which also look pretty damn good. So you got that one. Back up a little here. You got this guy. It turned out pretty good too. It's wanting to run away. So that door still has some work that needs to be done, but the front of it was pretty good. So we wanted to go ahead while we were doing this and get that done. I have the deck lid sitting on it just for video purposes. Show you guys what we're up against. We still got to do the repair, get the trunk hinges in, metal repair these 3 holes here. Otherwise, this is in relatively good shape otherwise. So that'll be happening next week for sure. Here's the other 2 doors. So you guys can probably see, I've got a dent there. I've got a couple things up here, some stuff, but it gives us a roadmap as to where we're at. And the latches aren't on, so on and so forth. I mean, there's still things that need to be done, but way ahead of the game. You know, they went from looking like that to looking like this. There we go. Got the light there. There you go. So we're doing better. We're starting to kind of turn that corner. There's a good shot of the other side. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, are they ready for paint? The inside of these, probably yes. These 2 doors, actually that one is really good. This is probably our best door. So I think this one will probably be ready for paint too. So 3 of the 4 doors are probably ready to go. But we are going to go ahead and block this down, spot fill, hit any spots, and then we're going to slick sand, prime with slick sand, and block that down before we paint. So this is going to get blocked, body worked, primed again, blocked, and then probably a sealer coat or whatever we end up doing, and then painted. So that's where we're at there. Kind of what's next here. We're going to finish that back side of that door first, and then we're going to jump straight onto the rear fenders here. I DA'd them down yesterday. They were tan. I got all that off, and they're looking pretty good. They feel pretty good, so I don't think there's a lot to do to these. These will be next, though, and the idea here is as we get these things done, we're going to mock them up on the car, right? So the doors are pretty much where they need to be. They're on the car. These fenders, I'm going to run to our local hardware store, get the right bolts and washers and whatnot, because the ones I have that came with the car just almost rotted in half, honestly. I'm going to chase all these threads up through here, and then we're going to mount the fenders once they're primed and make sure they fit. Then we'll come around, deck lid will get repaired, get it where it needs to be. We'll get it mounted, make sure it opens and shuts correctly, does all the things it's supposed to do. And then we'll have that on here. And then from there, we will probably block the doors, block the hood, and then the front fenders will come out. The front fenders are a little rough, but we got some metal work to do to them. And definitely, we for sure have to install the new headlight buckets. The headlight buckets that are there now are Swiss cheese. I mean, they're just terrible. So, but I have new ones, so we're going to cut those out and put them in and so on. So hoping, we're going to keep working on this every day, 7 days a week, just banging this thing out. Hoping to get the body and primer real soon. Like we're talking a few days kind of soon. So that's what's next. We're battling the heat a little bit, just with the primer hardening up on us and whatnot, and had to use a little reducer and whatnot. But anywho, we are getting it figured out, guys. I wanted to give you this update. Really nothing happening other than that. Neighbor just fired up his boat down there. Kind of cool. Sounds good. But hey, big round. We still have the brakes. Brake drums are there. Brake parts are in one of those boxes over there. And we're going to get them on, finish our brake lines, bleed the brakes, get this ready, get the seal on, the pan seal. And the plan here is once this car is in final prime, the whole car, all the parts, everything, and we get all that blocked down and we are ready to seal and paint. We are going to set this body on that frame, test fit everything, bolt everything down where it goes, make sure everything fits perfect. If there's any adjustments that need to be made, we will do it. And then we will lift this back off. And then it's paint time, guys. Our buddy Don, you've seen his 57 Chevy. He's got a inflatable paint booth that we're actually probably going to put right here. And paint this out there in the inflatable paint booth. So that should be really interesting. And before you ask, yes, I will film it. And yeah, so that's where we're at. Here's the old Apache. We've decided, unless something the world ends, we're gonna put the 5.9 Cummins in this thing. So we're pretty excited about that. We were discussing, me and Ron today, on one of our breaks, just what we want to do and how we want to do it. And I think it's really gonna turn out sharp. So there's the 40. She's up next. We got the automatic, the turbo 350, the low car shifter, torque converter, flex plate, everything's in the back in the shed. So that's ready to go. We got the insulation inside of it to finish that off. We got rims, 15s and 17s, torque thrust 2s to go on here. We just need tires. We're gonna order a windshield here probably in the next month. Get that here and get it in. And honestly, this is really close to being ready for paint. So there's probably a week's worth of work on this, just going around fine tuning and blocking, and then this is probably ready for paint. But we're gonna get all the other stuff in first, and then we go to the Apache, which I can't tell you how freaking excited I am to build this truck. And yeah, the more I'm here looking at it, the better. The more I just want to build it and just start working on it. I can't tell you how many times I've almost taken this hood off and removed the paint and primed it just to do it, because rainy season is upon us and we do have some bare metal, you can see, and I want to make sure that this thing doesn't rust all hell and back. So I know that's going to make some of you flat out hate me for not doing like a wipe on clear coat, Poppy's patina kind of thing, or the vice grip deal or something like that. But turquoise and white, get used to it. That's what's happening. Turquoise and white. So, and it's getting a diesel. It's gonna be an auto. It's gonna get an independent front suspension. It's getting a 9-inch out back, a beefy 9-inch with triangulated 4-bar. It's gonna be a great build. Really can't wait. Beautiful bed. Interior is gonna be top notch, and we're just gonna really do this thing. I'm thinking top mount turbo on the 5.9 Cummins, and Banks Monster Ram, big front mount intercooler. It's gonna be freaking awesome. You guys are gonna love this. And yes, all new glass. I mean, it's in here, but you know, look at it. It's kind of shot, but we're winning here, guys. So that is where we're at. I just wanted to give you guys an update. Thought this was a sizable deal here that you might want to see. Doors mounted on the car, primed, you know, all the things. This is new for us with this one. So anyway, thanks for watching Brown's Rod and Custom. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. And we look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great night.